Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Arrow Season 1, Episode 19, and this is called The Canary Cries. So let's start talking about this episode. So this is the aftermath of the death of Laurel. Now, if you don't know that Laurel died already, it's been a couple of weeks, so that is not a spoiler at this point. So let's start talking about the episode. It actually takes a while for them to get to the funeral scene. That is the last part of the episode. Most of the episode is obviously grievance between the team. You see Diggle's really taking it hard because he feels like it's his fault. So we get to see a couple of scenes with that. Quentin, I think, having the most powerful scenes in this episode where he has so much hope that Laurel can come back to him. And then you see him just breaking down and saying, oh my god, she's not coming back. She was my rock. What am I going to do without her? But then also accepting it after, seeing that this character has grown from the past deaths that have happened, and still, obviously being upset about Laurel, but at the same time not making him go in this downward spiral like he did with Sarah. I think he's doing what Laurel would have liked Quentin to do, if, she died, which she did. And then we have Thea, which she wasn't in the episode that much, but she didn't have as much grievance. You would think that she would have some stuff about Malcolm Merlyn. Didn't really fit that in this episode. We actually get to see Alex a little bit more, though. I'm hoping they flesh out that story a little next week, because supposedly that's the story, is that she's going on vacation with Alex and something happens there. But we do learn a little bit about what Alex has been up to. He's been actually working with Damien Darhk's wife. Now, we don't know if he knows everything that's been going on. Probably not, just because he did try to protect Laurel and say, oh, this is what happened to Laurel Lance. He was doing the media coverage for the death of Laurel Lance. So, I am curious, though, where that relationship is going. Obviously, they brought that character back for a reason, and I'm really interested in their relationship, because I think that could flesh out Thea's story as a singular hero, not just as the group hero. And then, Felicity is another character that you didn't see much of, which I think was reasonable. She had the scenes she needed. She was more of like, oh, you guys gotta go here to defeat this person. I thought the ending, they could have fleshed out a little bit more with the limo scene, but they did that scene again. But the big story in this episode, obviously, is how Oliver's dealing with this death, and this big villain that comes and pretends to be the Black Canary, and we find out it's like the 16-year-old girl who just doesn't like the idea of vigilantes because the vigilantes didn't save her. So she pretends to be Black Canary, which was a little bit of a weaker plot, but I understood the aftermath of what they're trying to do is saying that Black Canary can never be replaced, and they're showing that and showing that this is the reason why they had to announce that Laurel Lance was the Black Canary. So now everyone knows her secret identity. Everyone knew she was a superhero, which I like that idea. And my favorite part of this episode also was the flashbacks with Laurel Lance. We actually get to see moments between her and Oliver, and instead of the flashbacks from the island. I really enjoyed not having those flashbacks, and if they're going to utilize the flashbacks next season or retool them, one thing I wish they would do is have the flashbacks with not just Oliver's character, but with other characters too. Not just, oh, they died, let's have flashbacks, but why not, like, see Thea on, training, or her in high school, or Diggle, in war, just see more flashbacks from them, I think would be interesting than here's just Oliver flashbacks, or more flashbacks of the next villain, whoever that's going to be. So I thought the flashbacks for this season, for this episode was a breath of fresh air, so I enjoyed that. So overall, I think I understand the reason why they made this girl the villain. I don't know if they really did it in the best way possible. Like, you could tell what message they were trying to go across. Like I said, just showing that, Black Canary can never be replaced and that she was a special hero. They tried to do it. Again, they could have done it a little bit better with this girl, and I hope this girl doesn't really become any main part of the plot. She was kind of weak, but the idea that they're trying to come across, was semi-interesting. I like Diggle. There's some times where he's a little over the top. I like his journey and that it wasn't just Oliver being like, it's my fault, because we've seen that story before. It looks like we're going to see more Diggle next episode, and hopefully more of the defeating of Damien Dark. One other thing I want to mention that actually I watched this with my family, and my dad mentioned this. He's like, why does the Flash have his speed again? And I'm like, that's a really good question. Why does he have his speed? He lost his speed in his show, and continuity issues. He shouldn't have it here. Obviously, they recorded that way earlier, and that's why he has his speed, but still, they could have, like, cut that out somehow, because continuity issues. But overall, I thought this was a better issue than the death issue. This is a better episode than the death episode with Laurel, even though there was a couple of kinks here and there. I am excited for next week to focus more on Diggle and what's going on with his brother. Hopefully we get to see a lot of cool Thea scenes with Alex, because I think it would be a good opportunity for her to reveal her other side, or at least show a little bit more of her speedy side, with not just with the team, but her being a hero on her own. I think would be really interesting, because she will be separated from the team. Hopefully she'll get a lot of screen time. We could only hope. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll have a review for Arrow next week. Let me know in the comments below what you think or what you thought of this episode post Laurel's death. Did you watch the episode? I know a lot of people were skipping this episode because of what happened in the show, but let me know. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.